everybody, it's Matt from Junior Horror Movies, and welcome to day 18 of my 31 Days of Horror. Yes, review a day for 31 days. So I'm bringing you a film from 1992. This was released by Full Moon Entertainment. Back then, I used to love watching Full Moon, especially in the 90s, when you had the Puppet Master films, and a lot of their weird films that they released. They had a lot of stop motion, some good blood and guts, like Bloodstone, and was it Invisible, which was another weird one. So there was they had a whole different line. So the film I'm bringing to you from '92, of course, is Doctor Mordrid. Yes, this is kind of like a weird. It feels like it's a Doctor Strange movie, but it's not. This stars Jeffrey Combs. He plays Doctor Mordrid, and his arch nemesis is known as the villain name is Cabal, who's actually played by, what's his face? The guy from X-Files. Oh, wow. I'm going to find it here in a second. Oh, come on. I hate when I do this. I had it all down, and then, of course, I forget the name of the individual. Brian Thompson. I knew I was going to find it. So anyway, Brian Thompson and Jeffrey Combs are pretty much two rivals. They're two warring wizards from back almost from the day of time, almost since like a century, especially when they started off as kids. One vowed to stay like good, and that of course was Jeffrey Combs' character. And Brian Thompson's character, Cabal, he was more towards ruling the earth. So of course, Jeffrey Combs imprisons him in this weird castle in the middle of the fourth dimension to be prisoned. And of course, he escapes, and now we're in new times, pretty much in the 90s. So pretty much now he is gathering all the elements that he needs to form this spell to release these demons. And if he releases these demons from this fourth dimension, all hell will break loose, and he can control Earth and rule it the way he wants to. So, of course, Jeffrey Combs' character is more designed to thwart him and stop him at no cost, but also stay kind of hidden because he doesn't want the major entity or whoever's watching Mordrid says, you gotta stay hidden, but do what you need to do. So, of course, they had to fight and have their battle. And, of course, this was some pretty cool shit going on in this movie. Some great stop animation, very reminding me of Ray Harryhausen, even though Charlie's Band did a bunch of stop motion horror films way back. So, of course, there is a scene in a museum where a battling bone T-Rex versus a giant mammoth. All the stop motion was happening, looks great. The T-Rex, eats one guy, and of course, it's all puppetry, and it looks, just reminded me of so much of the old school stuff. This is considered kind of horror. It's got a lot of horror elements to it. There is some nudity. There's one female that's completely nude, front and back, but not a lot of gore, so you don't see much blood. But you did a cool storyline. Pretty much a good versus evil storyline. And like I said, this is kind of like Full Moon's version of Doctor Strange a little bit. But even though this is more horror related because demons, people getting sacrificed, trying to stop this evil takeover. So of course the good guy rises up to fight what he needs to fight. Otherwise, the story was pretty cool. I loved the apartment that Dr. Mordrid had. Kind of reminded me of like a Dr. Fate type apartment. He's got all this library of books and knowledge and artifacts and shit everywhere. He even has a giant black crow named Edgar Allan, which is pretty cool. So it kind of have a mixture of Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate come together. They meet up and they form Dr. Mordrid. So yeah, if you like Full Moon films, I think you would really enjoy this one. And it's from '92, so you got all not the crazy CGI that you had, but you have a lot of practical effects. But you have all the lasers flying everywhere, the mysticism of glowing and shit flying everywhere. It's pretty fun. I had a good time with this one. I would rate this one. I'll probably rate this one a 7 out of 10. Had a great time. Could use a little more, death and destruction, but you get what you get. I wish they made a sequel to it. I wish they had another Doctor Mordrid shows up, to thwart another magician, or maybe the devil himself, or some other mystifying uh, dimensional demon coming through there to stop it. All that kind of weird shit. But what we have is just the one film. Or even a lot of full moon films do crossovers. Uh, there was, Puppet Master films and the Demonic Toys crossed over. The Evil Bong and the Ginger Dead Man, and um, there was another one that they crossed over in different films. There's one called Invisible and Mandroid. Those two had a crossover film. I would love to see like some kind of Doctor Mordrid crossover, maybe, or just another type of film that had this character. But alas, we just get the one. I just remembered another crossover. Doll Man versus the Demonic Toys. Yeah, there's another one for you. So there's a whole bunch. So yeah, definitely I recommend checking out Doctor Mordrid from Full Moon Entertainment, 1992. Especially like those type of wizard sorcery movies. This is right up your alley. A lot of fun flick. Jeffrey Combs, I love the guy. He's an awesome actor. He plays characters really well. He plays the mystifying wizard arts pretty darn good. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned for more horror coming up in the days. And if you're attending ScareCon in Rochester, I'll see you there for Friday for sure. Because I have to do something else on Saturday with a book signing for Bruce Campbell. So I'm going to drive up one day for ScareCon, go back home, and if it's good, I'll drive up Sunday. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching, and let me know in the thoughts below of this film and any other full moon movies that you like. Alright guys, take care. Peace.